Okay, let's do some homework together. So tonight they are doing page 151, questions 11, 12, 13, and 14. I want to do this, a couple of these with you, just to go back over and review and hit on some points where we're struggling. So when you are multiplying decimals, it is the same process as multiplying multi-digit numbers that don't have decimals. Unlike adding and subtracting decimals, you do not need to line up the decimals. So for this one, for instance, we have 5. Oh, that's a little big. Let's go down a little bit. We have 5 and 5/10 multiplied by 6/10. We're going to leave that off because it's just a placeholder in the ones place. Now, considering where the decimals in these numbers are, they are lined up, but they're not always going to be, and they don't have to be. Because when you are multiplying decimals, you are forgetting the decimals are even there in the beginning of this process. So we kick the decimals out. We're just going to pretend like they're not there, and we're going to multiply this as usual. So you will multiply this 6 by this 5 and by this 5. So 6 times 5 is 30. So we have a 0 and we carry the 3. 6 times 5 is 30 plus our carry is 33. All right, so now is where we bring the decimals back into it. So we are going to count how many decimal places there are to the right of the decimal. I'm going to underline them. There's 1 and there's 2. You count them in both factors. So there is a total of 2 decimal places. So we're going to start right here at the end of our number. This is where the decimal begins. And then it jumps into the number the same amount of places that these 2 factors combined have. So this one has 1 decimal place. This one has 1 decimal place with a total of 2. So this decimal here is going to jump into our number 2 times. 1, 2. So your final answer is 3 3/30, or, given what we know about equivalent decimals, 3 3/10. I'm going to skip 12 because it's very similar to that one. And let's go over to 13. 6 8/10 times 7 2/10. Same thing. We are not going to worry about the decimals. So what we're looking at here is 68 times 72. So you do the same process. This works with area model or box method as well. And I will do this one in that with that style too. Okay, so forget about the decimals. Let's just multiply as normal. So you multiply the 2 through both of these numbers. 2 times 8, 16. We have our 6, carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus our 1 is 13. Now we are done. We still have to multiply this one. This number is it's in the ones place when you're looking at with decimals. But remember, we are forgetting the decimals are there momentarily. So that would be kind of in the tens place. If you're looking at it like this, we've done that one, and now we're moving to the tens place. So our first answer has to be in that place down here, and that's why we put a 0 here. That 0, which we call drop Fred, is a placeholder that pushes us over to this place where we need to be now that we are doing this number. And now you multiply the 7 by 8 and then 7 by 6. So 7 by 8 is 56. Carry the 5. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 5 is 47. Now we add those partial products. 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. 1 plus 7 is 8. And nothing plus 4 is 4. Now we concern ourselves with a decimal. How many decimal places does this number have in both factors? This one has 1, and this one has 1 with a total of 2. So we're going to start at the back end of the number and jump it 2 places forward. And that gives you a final answer of 48 and 96/100ths. Now, if you like to do box method or area model, we'll do that one with this. So you're going to think of it the same way. We are going to forget the decimals are there momentarily. So we're going to write this problem like this with, oh, that's so sloppy, I'm so sorry. 83 times 64. We're just going to pull out the decimals briefly. So 83 in expanded form is 80 plus 3. 64 in expanded form is 60 plus 4. So let's set up our box. And then on the top, we will do the 60 plus 4. You multiply the 80 times the 60 and 80 times 4. So this is 4,800, and this is, 320. Now we come and do the same thing with the 4. 4 times 60 and 4 times 4. 4 times 60 is 240. 4 times 4 is 16. And now you add, you have 4 partial products here, and you're going to add those all together. So 4,800 plus 240, 320, and 16, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 13, carry the 1. 5,376, but that's not our answer, because now we have to now bring our decimals back into it. This factor has 1 decimal place. This factor also has 1 with a total of 2. So you're going to start at the end and jump that decimal 2 places. So 8 3/10 times 6 4/10 is 53 and 76/100ths. And if you're having a hard time with the box method, it's called box method and it's called area model. If you hear those words, they are the same thing. If you're having a hard time understanding what that process is, when you look at a number, 83, this is in the tens place. So that 8 is valued at 80, and this 3 is in the 1 place, so it's valued at 3. And then you're multiplying it by 64. This 6 is valued at 60, and this 4 is valued at 4 because it's in the ones place, and the 6 is in the tens place. So when you are multiplying standard algorithm, you're really not multiplying you are multiplying 4 times 3, but you're not multiplying 4 times 8. You're multiplying 4 times 80. So 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 80 is 320. So that gives you 332. So if you'd multiply the standard algorithm, 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1, 32 plus 1 is 33. Same answer. Then when you move into the tens place, we put the 0 here to push us over to make sure we're underneath the right place value. Oops. Now let's multiply it out over here. So essentially you're not multiplying 6 times 3. You're multiplying 60 times 3, which is 180. And you're multiplying 60 times 80, not 6 times 8, which is 4,800. And then you add that together, and you have 4,980. So let's do it the standard algorithm, where you drop your 0. 6 times 3 is 18. 8, carry the 1, 48, 49. Look at that, same answer. So allowing them to use area model and box method lets them stretch these numbers out and come up with those partial products in a way where they're understanding the value that the number has. All right, I am going to make little cards that step by step give them the process of multiplication and ignoring the decimals and then bringing the decimals back in, so they can have a checklist to go along with each problem that they do. And if there is you have any questions, you can message me on Class Dojo. I stay for Cougar College on Thursday nights. So if they need a little extra help, have them stay on Thursday night. Mrs. Merciel stays on Wednesday night, so they can stay and get a little extra tutoring on either of those nights. Just let me know if there's anything that I can help you with, if there's any particular problem. If there's a specific video you'd like me to make, just let me know. Have a good night.